Howdy, y'all. I found this wondrous character, Hilda, not too long ago and knew I had to talk about her. I want to say thanks to Duane Bryers, the artist. He lived about 100 years, it seems, and lived a long, good life because he understood, in my opinion, true beauty. He did these amazing oil paintings of this character, Hilda, who's a natural woman. And you don't see this anywhere. Like Venus of Willendorf type rarity of the natural woman's figure being celebrated in media and just in the world. So often we see billboards covered with swires or male skeletons posing as females, and you get sick of it after a while. I've been sick of it. I'm disgusted by it. I didn't know better growing up. Lusted after things that I was presented with, and now I realize how and I've talked about it before. I dated people that I would have never dated had I known the truth, and wasn't just with them because I thought uh, it's not about the look. It's about what they have inside. And then I found out that too, with these people I was with, was pretty vapid and menial and sad. But as I've gotten older, I've grown to appreciate people like my wife. Technically, she's not my wife, but she is my wife and partner. We haven't had a marriage yet, but my daughter's going to be the flower girl at it. And I love celebrating real women that I see everywhere because it's it's rare to see them in this light, and especially nowadays where it feels like it's over the top with the excessive trans stuff. It's just in your face all the time. This kind of stuff gets hidden, or even, as you can see on an Etsy take of Hilda here, with all of her friends of the wilderness. The natural world is always amused by her. She's got this easygoing, fun-loving personality, and it just shines through all these paintings. You know, the floral covering the breasts and the understory, understory, and the book there. But yeah, you see Etsy, of course, an orange company calling Hilda plus size, and there is nothing plus size about that. This is a healthy woman. Women have double chins. It's a woman. They got extra weight, as we know. Construction tissue, right, for building babies, making babies. And I'm amazed that this exists. I mean, obviously, it ought to exist. It should exist in so many more forms, and I do intend to further my. I've made some paintings of my wife, and but I want to continue this trend of making beautiful natural women uh, just the norm. I don't. I'm sick of looking at these fake freaks everywhere, and this is it's a breath of fresh air, and I'm just so thankful that Duane Bryers did this. And yeah, there's some kind of lewd. There's a little bit of lewd aspects to some of these, but most of them have this carefree, amazing, loving touch to them, and it doesn't feel like it's creepy or weirdly sexual, like say much of what we're thrown at nowadays with the fake boobs and the fake women is. Now, is that a hand sign right there? I don't think so. I don't know why it would be, because it's a natural woman and she's gorgeous. And yeah, there's little like lewd things like this, like, oh, dog's biting my underwear, but you can see the face. Look at the expressiveness. Look how she's dropped her knife. She was in the middle of looks like working on some apples. Um, and just got a whole setup here, and it's brilliant. And I want to read more about how this came to be. I'm still just in the image space of this, and I want to read more about how this came to be. But I just am so thankful, and everybody ought to appreciate what Duane Bryers has done here. Um, Again, here the plump, they love to emphasize that this is a fat person, but she's not at all, not in the slightest. This is a beautiful woman, and this is what beautiful women look like. And I love seeing women like this in this state of elation. It makes me giddy. It makes me feel happy with the world, like everything's right in life. And it makes me sad to know there's women out there that have this body, and they think that they're ugly because the world tells them that they're fat. And it's just, nope, those are men, and just call them out for what they are. That's not just XY, that's a Y. I'm an XX, that's an XY. And people need to be aware of this. I have a I have a my second child is coming any day now. My partner is getting big. She's got a big old tummy now, and it could be any day. And I don't know if it's going to be a boy or not, but we have a lot of uh, feeling that it might be a boy, and I'm going to show them Hilda. Not in a weird pervy way, just like this is what should be more prevalent but is nowhere and is super rare to find. And this is a gem in an ocean of crap, or I should say ocean, but a giant pile of coal. This is a gem. Diamond in the rough is the thing, but diamond, whatever, that's their fucking phrasing. She is a gem. She's an utter gem. There's not enough people making artwork like this, and I think a lot of it has to do with this obvious Bafo society. They're insulated. They get the time to work on all these crafts. I have a lot of time to work on stuff too, don't get me wrong, but the sort of monetary pressure, the sort of like waste of time things I've had to do in life because I'm not some upper crust tea that gets everything handed to them and connections, and oh, you look like everybody else, so you fit right in. No, you're left out if you're not one of these freaks doing God knows what to their body. And this is a natural female, and this is just it's amazing that they hide this, and I'm thankful that someone like here, Amy Pence Brown, is reviving. This is another natural woman, Amy Pence Brown, going, yeah, Hilda's awesome. Like, I'm gonna show off how amazing Hilda is and keep the spirit of Hilda alive. This free, loving. Maybe she's a little bit, she's a little bit silly. Maybe she seems a little bit dim-witted on occasion, but so what? You love her. You gotta love her for her willingness to get out there and explore and be part of nature. And you can just see it. Like, this little doggy's often in most of the pictures, and she just has this. She has this glistening to her. She has this this wonder that is etched into her that I don't see with a lot of art. Like, this is a beautiful piece of art. This is amazing, and I couldn't be more thankful that this exists, because it's more good quality, rare gem work that I actually find myself thinking that I want to make stuff like this, and I would encourage other people to do the same, because we need more of it. We need natural women to feel like they are beautiful and they are loved, and the world is a big bunch of nonsense, and all the tabloids, all these like things out there, not tabloids I should say, but all the like magazines and the models and this Victoria's Secret, their whole thing is a big ugly devil circus. And this is a little glimpse into what the world really does look like a lot of the time, where you have natural women going about their day living carefree like this, doing what they will, especially out in the country. I mean, Hilda's out in the country. She's not living in the cities. She's out in the country. And just look, this shot captures so much. One of my favorites. This might be my favorite Hilda right here. She's painting this, she's painting this downspout, and she just realizes, oh no, there's a little family of birds here. What do I do? and she just finds herself stuck, and she's got to listen to them and wait. And it's this so it's just it captures this eternal buoyancy, this eternal essence of life, where you're always considerate of who's around, and you don't know what you're going to get yourself into, who you're going to wander past. For me, I'm living in a new location, and for me, it's this little armadillo guy. He's got holes all over the yard, and I'm mindful of him, and I want him to feel like he's taken care of, and we're not going to harm him, and he can have whatever food we're going to leave. He's already I don't know if it's a he or not. I'm not good at telling armadillo gender just yet, but our armadillo friend, he's already like knocked over our little bucket we leave out for compost, and then I think I told you he licked my sandal. Just goofy stuff. But I think if you're open to nature and you realize that you're not better than any animal, and they're more brilliant. I think they're way smarter than we are. I think they're fucking stupid. Like we're not stupid, but we're like into like voyeurism and just weird nonsensical stuff instead of just being out in nature and feeling the breeze and just watching the sun do its thing, watching the moon do its thing, not caring about like the screens and just the inner workings of someone else's life when you can be focused on your own. Like Hilda always is. She's always present, right? She gives you that feeling. She's present. She's not distracted. She's like, oh, what am I going to do here? Oh, man. I can't continue paying this. This is their home. What am I going to do? Am I going to move them somewhere else? Or, man, I might have to wait till mama comes home, and I'll just have to work on this later. I don't know what. You can even feel, look at the feet. Look at the feet. That's just how you can feel so much of the concern there, and just the like, she's thinking about what to do. And I thank you, Duane. I mean, I don't want to have to do this, but if I'm gonna investigate, I gotta say it looks like a free Martin to me. But who cares? At the end of the day, this is somebody that doesn't like the plastic, fake Hollywood shit, and probably didn't choose what they were, and realized the natural woman's beauty, and spent their lifetime making it, and did so without being disrespectful to women at all, like by cherishing women and holding them up. And I can't praise this enough. I wish I had this. I wish is nothing, but I'm thankful I know about it, and I'm gonna spread this to my child, my boy child, and my girl child too. My daughter, I want to show her Hilda too, and just show her how beautiful women are when she gets, at some point, inevitably freaked out by a swire or a strat or one of these people that's in the club and does all this weird stuff and has all the makeup and is stick skinny and says that's the ideal, and calls someone like Hilda fat when she's gorgeous. She's curvaceous, she's voluptuous, she's perfect female form right there. And we need way more of this art out there. This is, I think, a genuine good movement. It doesn't have any of the negative, oh, we're just pointing fingers at the Satanist type stuff movement. Because I've done that. I mean, obviously, I've made the painting about the all the club and fake gorillas, fake Tyrannosaurus Rex, all orange, 33, and globe. I'm just tired of it. That's their world. I don't fuck them. Like, oh man, I've said before, pray for them. Man, fuck them. I fuck them. They're evil. They've messed with us our whole lives. Fuck them. There's this person, I've talked about her before. Let's see, like 911 conspiracy. She's on I'll reference her, but she's the one that's like always talking about how you need to stop eating animals. She just doesn't let up on that. She doesn't let up on it. And she said this is like they've mistranslated The Bible's just full of crap, and I'm with her on that. The Bible's full of crap. It's got some great truths in it, great kernels, but it's full of crap. And one of these pieces of crap is praying for these Satan children, where it's just like, dude, what are you doing? It is their family and our family. It just is. They might confuse people. They might be good at confusing people and making them think that we're all, but once you know, it's just over. Like, I can't go back to my satanic fake friends of youth ever, or even the ones I see. I don't see them nowadays. I live in the country. I don't see many people. I see my neighbors, say hi, talk to them. They seem decent. But I can't, fuck them for not making this everywhere. Hilda should be everywhere. Hilda is too beautiful. It is one of the most amazing pieces of artwork. Sorry, a little. It's late at night. I don't have my best in me right now, but I'm ever thankful for this. The fact that this exists, Venus of Willendorf. We have these clear, wonderful representations of women, and we need to continue it. We need to keep going with it. We need to make more and more and more and more and more. Make them of your wife. Make them of the girl that she's your good friend, and you know how beautiful she is, and she's looking at these stupid magazines thinking she looks like shit, and she needs to lose weight and get liposuction just because she's a natural, beautiful woman. Look at Hilda. Thank you, Duane. Thank you for what you did. Please, please, please make more Hilda inspired, real woman inspired artwork. We need more of it. All right. God bless you. Have a good night. Good day. Good night.